a cunning serial killer with a twisted motive, targeting innocent schoolgirls. A cop with an obsession for criminal minds races against time to stop him. Can he crack the code before another innocent life is taken? Dive into Ratsasan, the chilling Indian thriller that'll have you guessing till the end. Hit that subscribe button and let's go for the hunt. The movie opens with an old man and his Dalmatian. He meets an old friend who asks him about his dog. While they were talking, a stray dog starts barking at them, calling for their attention. The Dalmatian starts pulling him aside, wanting to follow the stray dog. Accidentally, the Dalmatian slips out of his hand and starts running after the stray dog as the old man with his friend goes after them. They didn't expect that the two dogs will leave them to a dead body of a 15-year-old girl, Samyukta, who was brutally murdered. The killer has plucked her eyes out and executed her mercilessly. Then we see Arun pouring the newspaper. He lands on the news about Samyukta with a very gruesome image of her body. He cuts the article and tapes it on his wall. His room is full of photos and newspapers clipping related to psychopaths and serial killings, all for his film he's working on since he was 12. Arun is an aspiring filmmaker. He's writing scripts on psychopaths, but every producer he meets, he gets rejection. Producer tells him that his movie is too dark and their audience won't watch it since it's too gruesome. He keeps trying from one producer to other, but he always gets the same answer. Talking with his family, his mother informs him with his father's death and the fact that he didn't leave anything for them but a good reputation. Arun's father was a cop who died on duty, so Arun was offered his position. His mother tells him to ask Das, his brother-in-law, surely he'll help. Das agrees and asks him to prepare for the exams, and rest he'll handle. One rainy day, Arun visits to a producer, but the producer had left for another city for a meeting and left a message with the secretary to let Arun know to contact him after 6 months instead. This sadness ruined immensely. On his way to home, his mom calls him, and this time he agrees to meet up with Das. Arun goes through a rigorous process and gets the job. He was appointed to the post of sub-inspector. On his first day, Das takes him to a police station on his motorcycle. He tells Arun to forget cinema and focus on being a policeman and advises him to do what he's told. Arun gets scared after seeing a policeman beating a criminal and interrogating him. Then the policeman tells Arun, since it is his first day, he should take this stick and interrogate the criminal. Arun doesn't like doing this at all. Das explains him that these criminals do not care for anyone's feeling, so it is better that you control your emotion. But whenever Arun gets a chance, he visits to producer, hoping that he will get a chance to make a film and he'll leave this police job. In next scene we see Amuda, a teenage girl, comes home from school. Her dog goes running to meet her when a van passes by. Someone seems to be calling, so she approaches the van. Next thing we see, her dog is carrying a gift box. Amuda's mother hears a noise and comes walking out angry because Amuda is late. When she comes out, she didn't find Amuda, but what she finds was a gift hanging in her pet's neck. One day when Arun comes to police station, he finds out that a girl returning from school has been kidnapped and her parents finds a gift box. Finally, the content of the gift box shown, a doll's mutilated head with several cuts, hair chopped off, and eyes out. At home, Das and Arun was arguing over Arun's work as a cop. We see Amu, she is Das's daughter. She's bad at studies, so she used take her uncle, Arun's help, forging her parents' signature on her report card. She also takes Arun to her school, pretending his dad. In this sequence, he meets Vijay, who's Amu's teacher, but they get caught as Das and Arun's sister arrives. Das was worried about Amu's studies, so he wants to change Amu's school so that her studies can be improved. Studying the photograph of doll's mutilated head, Arun realizes that the cut made on the doll's face are identical with the cuts made on Samyukta's face. He starts going through all of his clipping, and he suspected that it's the same criminal who killed Samyukta. Next morning, Arun shares his findings to Das, while beating the leading suspect of Amuda's disappearance. Arun brings up his theory to his senior officer, Lakshmi. He explained that only psychopaths are known to leave this kind of symbols or impression on their victims, and they like the attention in the form of fear. He points out all the similarities with Samyukta in Amuda's case, and tells that we should act immediately without wasting time, else it won't be long before we find her dead too. But the senior officer mocks him for creating imaginary stories. She tells him that if his story makes sense, then why they didn't find a similar gift box for Samyukta. On which Arun tells her that we should investigate again because I'm sure that both these murders have been committed by the same person. But Lakshmi refuses to listen and brushes off Arun's concern. However, Arun's prediction comes true. They find Amuda's tortured body that day. They took the body for autopsy. Meanwhile, Arun decides to investigate Samyukta murder himself. And finally, his prediction came true. The same gift box was also delivered to Samyukta house. When autopsy report of Amuda arrives, Arun consults the doctor with autopsy report of Samyukta. The doctor support Arun's theory, having gone through the same thing as Samyukta. Hair chopped off, eyes plucked out, mutilated head with deep cuts. On the other hand, the head of police department asks Lakshmi, "What are you all doing? 2 murders have happened till now. Why have you all not been able to do anything till now?" Arun tells him about his theory, and he suggests to take this case seriously. Das enrolls Amu to a new school and enters the class where Imbraj was disciplining a girl, Charmi, who was unable to solve the sum on the blackboard. Imbraj resorts of physical punishment and even goes as far as blackmail Charmi into pleasuring him while the whole class attend a function at the auditorium. At Amu's former school, Mira, a student of Viji, goes missing. Her parents report her disappearance. Arun tries to convince Viji to report, but she insists that she couldn't remember anything important from that day. While waiting for a bus to go home from a party, some men attempt to harass Viji. As they are running from them, they stumble upon Arun. Arun teaches the men lesson and drops them to their home. Due to Arun's sweetness, Viji offers to help check all the auto rickshaw and buses close to school to see if she'll able to remember which ones Mira may have boarded. One day Viji saw a floating red star decoration, which jogs Viji's memory of a red star sticker in the back of an auto rickshaw that Mira boarded. Unfortunately, Arun receives a call that Mira's body has found at the corporation garbage. Arun with his constable rides an auto rickshaw after his motorcycle breaks down. When Arun arrives to corporation garbage, Viji calls him and tells that she remembers that Mira boarded on auto rickshaw with a red sticker on its back. Arun finds out that it's the same auto rickshaw by which he came. He chases after the auto rickshaw and catches the driver. During interrogation, the man reveals that he's working for a school teacher, Imbraj, by luring the girls and dropping them off at his house. When Arun with Das and a couple of cops reach to Imraj's house, Imraj wasn't there. Das remembers him after seeing a photo of him at his house and tell Arun that he's the teacher at Amu's new school. They search the house and finds Mira's school bag, as well as the mutilated doll inside a gift box with Mira's name on it. Back at the school, Amu stands up after Imraj asked about her test exam score. Due to her low marks in his subject, Imraj calls her and threatens to expel her from school. Amu begs him not to do that. Imbraj instructs her to close the door as all of Amu's classmates left for break. Then he starts to exploit Amu. She begs for her life. Arun reaches right on time. Arun blank fires to scare him and beats him badly. Imbraj admitted to be a sexual predator, but he denies killing Mira or any other girl. He tells the cops that Mira had caught him putting something on her drink, which made her run, leaving all of her things in his house. By the time he got out, he finds the gift box with Mira's name on it. Later, Imbraj tries to run by holding a policeman at gunpoint. As he enters the elevator, he got shot by Arun. Meanwhile, Amu disappears from her birthday party. Arun and Das find same gift box with Amu's name on it. Arun immediately starts investigating Amu's disappearance. Arun comes to know through a boy that Amu had gone out and was talking to someone in the van. And 2 days later, they find the dead body of their loving Amu at the trunk of Das's car. To make things worse, Arun gets suspended for firing his gun at school as well as gunning down Imbraj and has been removed from this case. Arun decides to do his own investigation. While talking to Viji, Arun discovers that Mira used to wear a hearing aid, which has the feature to record others' voice. By listening Mira's hearing aid, Arun notices a piano tune along with her scream. Through a radio show, Arun finds that the tune was played during a magic show done by Annabella George at all of the victims' school function. 2 days after school function, all of the volunteers get kidnapped. By the help of the other policemen, Arun finds that Annabella performed at another school function. Without wasting time, he rushes to school and finds out that the next victim could be Sanjana. Arun goes to Sanjana's classroom and teaches everyone about self-defense, gives out his contact number, and especially takes Sanjana's contact number. After school's over, they keep a constant surveillance on her, following her to her house. They find out that the girls are twins, and they were following the wrong one. Unfortunately, Sanjana gets kidnapped by Annabella. Arun and the police are able to find her by her phone. Sanjana somehow managed to contact Arun before Annabella could find out. Arun instructs Sanjana to keep calm and find a way to escape. Arun and the police team arrives at the house, but Annabella escapes. Arun searches her house and finds a photo of the family. Arun remembers the news and went to his home to find the newspaper clipping he had taped on his wall. He finds a retired policeman who previously handled the murder case of Annabella George, whose real name was Mary Fernandez. The retired policeman reveals that Mary's son Christopher has progeria, which is a hormonal disorder that makes him age faster. Christopher was an outcast and bullied at school. The only friend he had was Sophia. Eventually, he develops feelings for her, which she didn't return. Sophia keeps trying to make him understand that why they wouldn't fit, but Christopher was insistent. When she gets tired of explaining things to him, she angrily shouts at him and tells him that you're impotent. Mary tried to build up Christopher's confidence despite his condition, but when he came back to school, he got ridiculed for being impotent, as the others heard Sophia screaming about it. Mary confronted Sophia and she apologized, but also explained the whole thing. Mary tells her not to worry and hands her gift box with a mutilated doll head inside, which was the same doll that Sophia had gifted Christopher on his birthday. After which Sophia was found dead. The police arrested Mary. After being released from prison, Mary and Christopher were reported dead in a car crash. Even the retired policeman is shocked to learn that Mary's still alive. Arun thanked him for the information and leaves to alert the police. After some time, the retired policeman calls Arun to let him know that he found something in the evidence he had left. But before Arun gets to know this, Mary kills the retired policeman. The police arrives at retired policeman house. They arrest Arun as ordered by Senior Officer Lakshmi. While detained, Arun finally realizes that retired policeman wanted to let him know that Mary had only 5 fingers on her right hand, but a photo during one of her performances showing her having 6 fingers instead. As Arun reviews their family photo, he realizes Christopher has 6 fingers on his right hand. It's Christopher who was doing the killing all along. Cut to the flashback. Mary was one who gave the gift box to Sophia, but it was Christopher who killed her. When Mary was arrested, Christopher saw the fear on people's face, and that made him feel stronger. He only attacks schoolgirls because of the heartbreak Sophia gave him. Now things are going personal. Viji calls Arun and tells that some old guy came to her home and attacked her. She somehow saved herself, but the old man kidnapped her niece. Arun tries to make Lakshmi understand that the man behind all these serial killing is Christopher, who kidnapped Viji's niece, but Lakshmi didn't listen to him. She's angry because even after being suspended from the police force, he's still working on the case and making things complicated for them. So she orders the constable to handcuff Arun, but the constable handcuffs Lakshmi instead and tells Arun to save the girl. By the instructions of Arun, a policeman tracks down Christopher and finds the kid at back of the van. Arun keeps telling the policeman to shoot Christopher, but he hesitated and gets killed. The kid runs to the doctor, who's been doing all the autopsies on the victims. The doctor sees Christopher and picks the kid to hide her. Sadly, Christopher catches up to them and kills the doctor with hammer. Arun reaches the facility and almost leaves. Before leaving, he notices the bubbles coming from one of the facility window and remembers the bubbles he saw in one of the Amu's video before she was taken. He went inside and confronts Christopher. He finds out that Christopher's not as weak as he looks and uses his magic tricks as a weapon to attack Arun. Arun knows the mentality of the psychopaths. He provokes Christopher by saying impotent, the same word which kids at his school used to bully him. Christopher gets annoyed and attacks Arun. And taking advantage of this, Arun was finally able to end his life and saves the girl. In last scene, we see Arun is in hospital. Viji with her niece came to visit him. News says the man behind these serial killing has been killed by police. And finally, Arun gets a call from a producer to make a film. So this was the end of the movie. Hope you enjoyed the explanation of this Indian movie Ratsasan. And if you did, then hit the thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Stay tuned for more detailed explanation of movies. Thanks for watching.